Hello, Snarkatarians. How are you? I just wanted to put this little editing clip in here to talk about the last 6 days, which have been so awesome. So 60 days ago, I launched the Pesky Snarkatarian on YouTube. I downloaded 2 videos, and they both have almost 100 views each, and I currently have 10 subscribers, and I am so stoked. It doesn't sound like a big number, but I think it's fantastic. And thank you for those of you who subscribe to my channel. This video is a little bit of a downer, and that's what I wanted to talk about quickly because I was debating whether I wanted to put it up or not because I'm only 3 videos. This is my 3rd video, and I know you subscribe to see makeup reviews and foundation reviews and skincare, and I've only done one so far that touch on that. But I just want you to know and be reassured that they're definitely coming. They're on their way. So I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia back in 2001. And last week I had a really bad bout of it for about a day and a half to 2 days. And I was watching another influencer that I really enjoy. She deals with chronic pain on a much more regular basis than I do. And we're of the same mindset where we don't want to seem whiny about it. It's part of our lives, but we don't want to seem whiny and always be bringing it to the forefront. I mean, it's part of our personal life, and I am welcoming you into that. So I am going to bring it up every once in a while. But she actually kind of encouraged me, through her video to bring it up more because, like I said, it is part of my life. It isn't nearly as much a part of my life as it used to be, but there are some people that have to deal with it a lot more. There are a lot of people that don't understand it because they don't have to deal with it at all, and they're very lucky in that respect. So I was just planning on talking about it and kind of getting it out there because it might affect some of my videos. There might be low energy. I might not be able to get a video out because I'm not feeling well, but I'm hoping it won't affect me as much as it may have in the past. I did go up the day that I made this video. Was feeling lousy when I put makeup on, did my hair, and I came back and I felt a lot better. So maybe there is some truth in that. It's better to look good than feel good because maybe you will feel as marvelous as you look. My bad impression. There are a lot more of those to come. Lucky you. Honestly, I love the power of makeup, and I am indirectly kind of sneaking that into this video for you. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you keeping on and seeing what this video has entails and discusses. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Instagram at the Pesky Snarkatarian. And thank you again so much for watching and making this week so very exciting for me. I'll see you soon. Just say snarky. I'm leaning. I feel like I'm falling off into the universe here. Hey guys, I'm in the kitchen today. A little change of pace, see if the lighting is any better, see if I don't have to deal with that pixely thing. So far, according to my little monitor, it looks okay. Except that's what I thought with my last video. So I have a little bit of a bold, dark, and dramatic makeup look today because this video is kind of going to be dark and dramatic. Not really dramatic. Think of it more as like a PSA. Today I stayed home from work because I am sick, not feeling well, not able to live up to my capacity. I'm not full function right now. There's a lot of flu, there's a lot of bronchitis, there's a lot of strep throat. I do not have a fever. I am not throwing up. It's not liquid schlava from either end of my body. That might be too much. Sorry. What I'm dealing with today is something I've been dealing with since December of 2000. Sick. I had the fevers, I had the chills, I had, was just not feeling well, and I had called out sick for like 2 or 3 days, I think. And shortly after that, would wake up and wouldn't have the energy to put my arms up over my head to dry my hair. Was just exhausted. I felt like I was pulling for air, and saw the doctor, ran some blood tests, sent me for a chest x-ray. Everything was negative. Did a Lyme test. Everything just felt achy. I was exhausted all the time. Eventually I had asked my doctor, my PCP, about fibromyalgia. I had heard about it. It was not something that was recognized or talked about very much at that point. And the reason why I still go to see my PCP to this day is because he was fine with it. He had no trouble trying to go in that direction and see what it could be. So went to a rheumatologist, and at that point you were diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Basically, there are so many pressure points that if you're sensitive to, have a lot of pain with, if you react to so many of those, they basically say, well, more than likely you can't find anything else that's wrong with you and you're really sensitive to this stuff, then it's most likely fibromyalgia. So in April of 2001, I got a diagnosis of fibromyalgia. I think I was like 26. I'm not going to do math at this point, but I think I was 26. I was just frustrated. What do you do? There's no medication out there. Again, this was something that wasn't talked about very much. And just kind of dealt with it. I went on short-term disability because there were days at a time where I just had no energy. I just felt like every bone in my body was screaming, either when I moved or when I was still. But there really wasn't anything I could take for it. I just kind of had to ride the wave and wait until it subsided so I could resume my everyday. Flare-ups got to be further and further apart. So now if I get them, it's maybe a few times a year, maybe 4 times a year. Sometimes I can work through them, sometimes I can't. And today, my friends, it was one of those days. Actually, yesterday was really rough. And it always starts out like I'm going to get sick, like I'm starting to feel really achy, kind of feel like my chest was burning, and I can't tell if I have a fever, if I feel hot, because my hands are cold a lot of the times. And yeah, sure, I feel warm, but is it because of that or because of my hands? Feel it coming on more and more when I am stressed about things. It is a disturbance maybe between the synapses of the brain with pain receptors that they're magnified, so even a little bit of pain at some point can feel like it's a lot worse than what it really is. That's the last medical thing that I've heard. I had tried Lyrica in the past, because now that's essentially an anti-seizure medication, but there are also things that are supposed to help with fibromyalgia. So I tried it. I felt great on it, but I gained weight very quickly, so none of that, please. Thank you very much. I was on Cymbalta for about a year. I have back issues as well, little degenerative disc disease. So I was on that. It was supposed to help with depression and anxiety. I just put my dog down at that point. I was on Cymbalta for about a year. And I felt really good on that. So I'm like, I think it's time to discontinue it. It was maybe a year. I think it was about a year ago in November. It was probably earlier than that, but I had started noticing at work that I would get very stressed about things. Like I would get angry very quickly, that I felt like my heart was being squeezed because I was so angry or annoyed, or, some situation kind of got me anxious. I've known people that have had anxiety attacks or panic attacks, and I think that's kind of what it was. So I have started taking, the only medication I'm on right now is anti-anxiety, and I feel like that does help. I tried to go off of it a few months ago, maybe 3 to 6 months ago, and I didn't last long off of it. I still take it. I don't feel like I get those anxiety kind of feelings much at this point, but I still deal with this fibromyalgia stuff. And I feel like there's a lot of it that people don't know about yet. There's also talk on the internet about, of course, the mind-body relationship and spirituality. There has been thought that it's a spiritual battle, that the demons are coming in and trying to harm you, make you feel lousy, doubt yourself, things like that. And I wouldn't necessarily poo-poo that idea, because of course we are all our worst critics. And currently right now with this particular channel and trying to start this YouTube channel, even though I'm very excited about it, this is my 3rd video that I filmed, and I'm filming this on February 13th. When you're watching this, it's going to be after Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hate Valentine's Day. I feel like I'm almost self-sabotaging this whole channel. Right now, as I am filming this particular video, I have 2 completed videos. My welcome to my channel, this is who I am video, and my first foundation review. They aren't edited yet. They aren't fully edited. My first one has 2 little things that I need to fix, and I haven't done it yet. And then my second video, I was just excited about editing it because I think I did a better job with the structure of it, that I wouldn't really have to edit that much of it, and it hasn't been touched. And if you've seen it, if it's up and you've seen it, you know that there were a lot of, I don't know if it had to do with the camera, I don't know if it had to do with my backdrop, I don't know what it had to do with, but the most important part of the video is so pixelated that you can't really see what I was doing. It's a foundation video, for crying out loud. I want you to see what my skin looks like as I'm applying this foundation, and you can't because it's so pixelated. But I didn't change it. I didn't want to change it because I enjoyed the content of it and didn't want to have to reshoot it. I mean, it was basically a first impression kind of thing, and it wouldn't have been my first impression if I had to do it again. But it's still sitting there. It's not done. And who knows, instead of actually sitting down and editing, I'm doing this. So I'm stressing out about it. And I think that's, once it's up there too, I'm also stressing out about what people are going to see, what people are going to think. Like, why would you do this and not learn how to edit properly or know what your camera is capable of or what's going on with your lighting, you know, and things like that. It's, no matter the fact that I am proud of what I'm doing and what I'm trying to accomplish and excited about that, there's always that black cloud hanging over me right now of it's not up yet. And people are gonna say nasty things. They're gonna be probably more supportive things said than nasty things. And what I fear the most is that there isn't gonna be anything said. And I know it takes time, but that's, you know, hearing crickets is probably worse than hearing somebody boo what I'm doing. So I need to just stop this video and tell you this is just what I'm grappling with, but it sets off all kinds of emotions and things that make me feel like crap. And I don't think I really have anybody to blame but myself at this point. It just has to get done. But the positivity in all this is I decided after watching some of my YouTubers, makeup YouTubers, is noting the power of makeup. So I went upstairs, I'm like, I'm gonna just play around with makeup. I went up, I had the energy to put makeup on my face and do my hair. And it might be shallow, but it's what makes me feel good about myself today. And it is what it is. But if there is anybody out there that is struggling with fibromyalgia or anxiety or anything like that, obviously you are not alone. And I don't necessarily feel like I'm alone, but I just want to share this story with you and take it for whatever it's worth. I am not a psychologist, I am not a psychiatrist, I am not a doctor of any kind. And I don't claim to be. This is my story. This is what I've been going through. And I've had a lot of support from family and friends, but it's still my internal struggle. It's still something that I deal with and something that I try to explain to myself, and I feel sometimes I'm like on the brink of figuring it out. And then sometimes I'm just too exhausted to do that. You know, at least I'm smiling at the end of it. And again, thank you for watching. And I hope this didn't bum you out too much. I hope you still are considering subscribing and liking the video if you like it. If you want me to bring forth my words of snarky wisdom and just my candidness and just how I'm feeling, let me know. I'm happy to do that, interspersed with my makeup videos and things like that. So I hope you're having a wonderful day, and please stay snarky. Have a good one. No, just stay snarky. I'm leaning. I feel like I'm falling off into the universe here. Stay snarky, my friends. See you in my next video.